Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. This will be another recap video. I will not have these problems ever again when it comes to sound because I have found, as I said, I have found the problem, and whenever it does happen again, it should be an easy fix. So, there you go. We're gonna go directly into the Marvel situation here, and these videos may be a little bit shorter than usual because I kind of want to get them to go through and get to understand. So, here we have this. Marvel's Captain America reboot in shambles, revising major sequences. Captain America might be one of the most popular superheroes, but Anthony Mackie's Captain America Brave New World slotted for 2025 is in a terrible spot. Steve Rogers, Chris Evans gave Sam Wilson his vibranium shield. At first, he didn't want to accept it. It went to the United States to go to a museum, but anyone who has seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier knows that Anthony Mackie does get back his shield at the end of the series to become the new Captain America. While the Disney series takes its time to reveal that Chris Evans' replacement for the MCU might not handle things the same way, it's clear that Marvel is going all in on Captain America 4. Fans learned that Harrison Ford will star as Thaddeus Ross after William Hurt's tragic passing. With Liv Tyler returning to a star as Betty Ross in the movie, Tim Blake Nielsen is turning as the leader, a villain set up in the Phase 1 of the MCU from The Incredible Hulk 2008. There are a lot of other reports indicating that the movie could go on in several directions, but the movie isn't in the best spot apparently. Despite needing a significant delay, the project will also have some serious reshoots after Marvel needs to cut some major sequences from the movie. According to reputable insider Jeff Snyder, Captain America 4 needs to do reshoots and fix 3 major sequences due to the favorable screen tests. This isn't the first time Marvel has done this since the studio has been exposed for rewriting entire movie acts at the last minute and forcing the VFX teams to work overtime at no additional charge. Discussing Film shares the news online for Anthony Mackie's Captain America movie. So it says, obviously, Marvel is taking a step backward in their release schedule after having delayed several projects, only having Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool 3 2024 release next year. This, of course, is the best move forward for Marvel, but their history of haphazard, last-minute changes has scarred the reputation, leaving some fans probably worried about this movie. Obviously, Kevin Feige doesn't want the movie to fail, but it's hard to imagine that the movie needing drastic changes will lead to the film having great success for Marvel. Of course, that's going to be their excuse, right? That will lead to their excuse onto why their movie or everything will not do well. For Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, fans learned how Marvel did some last-minute reshoots for the project, which reportedly led to Kang, the Conqueror's ending being way different, which was a change that the fans didn't want. Sometimes the stories change for the wrong reasons. It's hard to say what Captain America 4 will add to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's clear that the movie is in trouble. Now, I'll go over a few things a little bit later, but I'm going to address some of the things here from discussing films. Captain America Brave New World is reportedly getting extensive reshoots after negative test scores. 3 major sequences will be cut, with reshoots apparently happening from January to May. Marvel has finished 3 major sequences. These are the comments. 3 major sequences, so like more than half the movie then. Oh well, they got the time. Anthony Mackie trying to carry a whole film as the lead will be the definitive and end of the actors don't matter, only IP does argument. Means the movie sucked and they got Chris Evans to do a few scenes to save it. Man, Marvel needs to rethink everything. Remove the Israeli character, which is interesting. That's probably coming from a Palestinian imbecile. They still have no idea what they're doing. So again, this is what's happening here. But I'm gonna address a few things here for specifically for this movie. Right? Deadpool 3. This is pretty much their lifeblood, their blood for 2024. And hopefully this doesn't get pushed back. But I don't think this movie was going to be good in the first place. I think it was going to be woke. I think it was going to have a lot of terrible things. And it wasn't going to be good in the first place. The writing obviously showed that it was not good. Well, Deadpool 3, as long as it does not go woke, will be a very good movie. I don't think they're going to go the woke route because they did well with not doing any of the woke stuff or any of the stupid stuff in the first and the second. Even though the second probably, in my opinion, may have not been as good as the first, but you get the idea. Deadpool 3 should be at least a decent film. Now, emphasis on should, we don't know. So maybe they'll fix this, but I don't see to where they're going to. It doesn't seem like it's going to do a very good job in that respect. And we have this here. Marvel just had its worst box office weekend ever. What happened? Well, it says the most dominant franchise in movie history just had its worst weekend ever. The Marvels, the 33rd entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, opened to an estimated $47 million at the domestic box office, a catastrophically bad showing for a series that had already been showing signs of strain. That's less than half of what Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 opened with earlier this year, and a staggering fall-off for a sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel, which earned over $1 billion worldwide. It puts the Marvels dead and last in the 15-year history of the MCU, outflopping even 2008's The Incredible Hulk. Now, let me put this into thing for you guys. I don't think Ant-Man and the Wasp actually did that great. I think they underperformed. In fact, I think they underperformed in all of their movies. And yeah, Captain Marvel being $1 billion worldwide and then all of a sudden just dropping down to $47 million. Oh, that's damaging. That is soul crushing, right? That is just right to the core. Really, really bad. But again, these two movies did not perform to what I think that they should have performed at knowing that their fame from the previous films, right? So obviously that these films are not doing good. But here's part of the reason why this movie didn't do as well. The Marvels. It didn't do as well because, well, one thing is that nobody likes Brie Larson. Everybody thinks she's a consigning evil person. Nobody likes this woman. And the only person that's beating this is Rachel Zegler, which happens to be worse than her, which is she should probably have a trophy for, honestly. She gets the trophy for that. And honestly, another part of the main thing, bad writing. In general, like the bad writing is really just setting up everything to be a complete untotal failure. Only a month ago, industry tracking predicted that the Marvels would open closer to 80 million than 40 million. So what went wrong? Yeah, so the Marvels went 40 million, half of what they expected it to be. Half. That is atrocious. All right, that's not good. Now, it's not exactly $1 million. If you round it out, it's 50 million, and they did it. It's not exactly half, but still, I'm gonna say half because at this point, it's like if you're expecting it to be this, but then it's all the way down to this. That's not good. You have to you messed up somewhere. There are plenty of theories ranging from the superhero fatigue that also affected The Flash and Shazam: Fury of the Gods. The latter had the worst opening for a theatrical exclusive release in DC Comics universe, to the fact that the actor strike kept the movie's stars Brie Larson, Tanya Paris, and massively charismatic newcomer Eamon Viani from promoting the movie until the day before it opened. I doubt that. It has not a lot to do with that. Again, the Marvel movie is terrible, and I will be redoing my video course on this as days go by, because you guys need to understand what this is going on. I would love to, but as you can see, the sunlight is dying back behind me, and I can't do much when the sunlight's dying behind me. Now, you ever saying get a ring light or something, I'll work something out that can probably fix with a lighting issue and stuff like that. But as you can see, sunlight's dying, and I need to get to glowing. So, but as we know, these movies are not destined to be good. We all know the next MCU movies are going to be horrible, or we're going to say the MCU, and it's just not going to do it. Or we're going to say just the diversity hire movies, because that's what all it's going to be. So, again, until we get some actual good movies, some good writing, which should probably take some notes from anime, where right now anime is in this isekai rehashing type deal, where they're just kind of rehashing and making random stuff, but it still happens to be decent at the very least, some being exceptionally good. So, again, you guys got to do better. You guys got to do better. The writing is horrible, and I got a feeling that the new Captain America, token black man, is not gonna do well. I think it's gonna be horrible. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.